Another chase change, some driver news, and more. NASCAR 5's pre-race coverage for the Sylvania 300 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway starts right now. Hello everyone, I'm your host Bryce Turner. In the news, NASCAR has made some rule changes and has added on Jeff Gordon as a 13th driver in NASCAR's playoffs. More coming up on the Chase in 5. In other news, Juan Pablo Montoya will shift gears back to IndyCar when he drives the Penske Racing full-time in the series next year. Montoya will join Will Power and Helio Castroneves at the team. Nationwide Insurance will leave its place as primary sponsor of NASCAR's Tier 2 series. After the end of next season, Nationwide will refocus its sponsorship within the sport. Meanwhile, NASCAR is currently looking for a new sponsor for that series. Napa Auto Parts will end its sponsorship with Michael Waltrip Racing after the team was penalized for changing the outcome of the race at Richmond a couple of weeks ago. The company's message on Facebook noted, among other things, that, quote, Napa believes in fair play and does not condone actions, such as those that led to the penalties assessed by NASCAR. We remain supportive of the millions of NASCAR fans and will evaluate our future position in motorsports, end quote. In a statement, MWR said, quote, Michael Waltrip Racing respects the decision Napa announced today following the events at Richmond. There is no doubt the story of Michael Waltrip Racing begins with Napa Auto Parts, but there are many more chapters yet to be written, end quote. Napa Auto Parts is currently the main sponsor of Martin Truex Jr. And a leaked photo. Yes or no? A photo surfaced earlier this week showing a number 3 Cheerios Chevrolet SS. Richard Childress Racing insists it was a concept car with Cheerios developed earlier this year. Is that true, or is that a hint of Austin Dillon moving up to Cup full-time driving the number 3, which has been highly anticipated? We'll see what happens. For now, here's a photo of the car that I got from www.jski.com. And welcome to this week's edition of the Chase in 5. In the news, NASCAR announced late last week a 100% rule. CEO Brian France said, quote, expectations are that a driver and a team give 100% effort, their best effort, to complete a race and race as hard as they possibly can, end quote. Also, Jeff Gordon was added on as a 13th driver in the Chase field. With that, it's time for a standings and schedule update. After winning the race at Chicagoland, Matt Kenseth is leading in the Chase standings by 8 points over Kyle Busch, going into Chase race number 2, out of the 10-race playoffs. Meanwhile, there are a bunch of guys still within shooting distance, and Joey Logano and Dale Earnhardt Jr., they have some work to do. They are further back 12th and 13th in points, 52 and 53 points back respectively, after a bad showing at Chicagoland. The Chase schedule with 9 races left in the season. Next race is New Hampshire, followed by Dover, Kansas, Charlotte, Talladega, Martinsville, Texas, Phoenix, and finally Homestead, Miami for the finale on November 17th. Welcome to this week's edition of Making a Difference NASCAR Style. Charity events in the upcoming week. The Jeff Gordon Corvette Raffle. Monday is your last day to purchase a ticket for a chance to win Jeff's personal 2012 Corvette Convertible Grand Sport 4LT. Visit JeffGordonChildren'sFoundation.org for more information and to purchase tickets. The Martin Truex Jr. Foundation Fan Event and Benefit and Golf Tournament. September 25th, live music, children's activities, number 56 merchandise available, and Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Truex live in person. Then the next day, September 26th, an 18-hole charity golf tournament. The website to visit is martintruexjrfoundation.org. And the Tony Stewart Smoke Show, September 25th. The Smoke Show is a fantasy racing camp taking place at Texas Motor Speedway. You can receive driving instruction from Stewart, join him in Victory Lane, and more. Visit TexasMotorspeedway.com for more details. And today's featured charity, the Greg Biffle Foundation. Greg and Nicole Biffle created the foundation in 2005 to, quote, create awareness and serve as advocates to improve the well-being of animals by engaging the power and passion of the motorsports industry. Financial support for the foundation comes from a variety of sources, including individual contributions along with the sale of NASCAR Pets calendars and various racing and other sports memorabilia, end quote. Visit GregBiffleFoundation.com for more information on this great cause. And it's time now to wrap things up with the broadcast schedule. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series will head to Dover next weekend on Sunday, September 29th. But first, as mentioned, we'll head to New Hampshire this Sunday, September 22nd. Race coverage begins at about 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch it on ESPN in the US, on TSN2 in Canada, or over the radio on the Performance Racing Network or SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. Thanks for watching this week's edition of NASCAR 5. I'm Bryce Turner. Enjoy the race.